Dan, great introduction. You grabbed the attention of the audience, what appeared to be conflicting information. I was struggling with how do I line up a great belly rub and Stan Lee, a producer of Marvel comic movies. And then we got to who Stan Lee really was and understood the source of the name, and that it was a dog that loves to have his belly rubbed. I just thought the dichotomy sucked us in and didn't let us go once we knew the truth. Use great gestures, the throwing the food out and getting the dog to come in, and use the whole area. Your gestures and animations and your voice filled the room with the speech that everybody was brought in. I have two recommendations. In your speech, you list 6 items of things that you've learned from Stan Lee. I would recommend grouping that down into 3, maybe 4 items. I was struggling with 6 and trying to remember what all 6 were, and in Toastmaster expectation thought there would be 3, so when we got to 4, then I was confused and not expecting 5 and not expecting 6. So the groupings of 3 or 4, and this leads it to get your points across, I think would have helped the audience out to follow and remember all the items at the end of the speech. You're highly enthusiastic. It is clear you love your dog, and your voice was very animated as you spoke about your love of your dog. But one problem was the voice stayed animated way up here. And I would recommend there are parts of your speech where the dog didn't like you and you were working and struggling to get the dog to not bark at you. You could have brought your voice down low. And at low, you could have brought out the hind leg going way up higher, and it would make that dynamic range much bigger. So I would recommend increasing the dynamic range. It was a good speech, very captivating and sucked me in. I love the story of how you got the dog to like you. Your actions and animations drew the audience in, and as I said, I love the hind leg going like this. Thank you very much for giving us your speech.